Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Bill Haney.
Dollar Bill. We got Bill Haney on the phone, guys. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Are we live?
Yes, sir. We live. We on air right now.
Okay. Hey. Shout out to everybody, in the chat. What a wonderful day to kick this boxing. Shout out to you too, Coach. You know what I mean? You on here and you're doing your best. You're doing your best job. You know what I mean? The one thing that I say, like I talk to you and I talk to everybody is anyone that's pushing this boxing forward, whatever opinion you have, whatever, that's good. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I say, from me being in the business, no different than yours. And what you just said, Coach, just then, you said you consider Ellie to be just a fanboy. You consider him to just a guy to be no different than everyone in the chat. He has some more followers. He has, a platform or whatever you might want to say. But his opinion is no more different. And that was the only thing that I was bringing to the game, is that I was saying Coach Malachi's opinion is good, so on and so forth. And every other guy that you guys go back and forth, but you all mean so much to the fighters. You know what I'm saying? And so much to what we're doing. When you decide to say, okay, I'm going to intentionally go against a 24-year-old fighter that has done everything in boxing for the fans. He has done everything that a 24-year-old or any other 24-year-old that you guys know of. So when we talk about doing those things, no, I'm not just shooting the shit, Coach Malachi. No, this ain't just shooting the shit like down at the barbershop. Shooting the shit at the barbershop with me be telling you that I'm going to do what no man has done, is go to the top of the boxing game with their kid and then go and go to the top of the tennis game, right? But that's talking shit. Not that it's not going to come true, but it has to come true, right? That's something that's on my mind. I'm kicking this real shit. Devin is one of the best, if not the best fighter skill-wise in the boxing. He definitely has the best jab. He has the best footwork. And, I pick him, right? Now, as far as who else shows up, you know what I mean? I'm on here and everyone says that I'm talking, but who else shows up to refute that's in the business? But to say that I'm not going to listen, or to say that some of the guys and the people that's in the chat, that their opinion, whether they like Devin or not, is not valid, it's just like Ellie. The reason what we do is, but we give Ellie the credibility as if it's a real platform, as if he's really reporting, or is he just giving a biased opinion? Coach, talk to me.
Well, Ellie is going to give you an unbiased opinion. I mean, there's no secret, Bill, that Ellie, he doesn't think favorable of your son. There's no secret that he has certain relationships with certain black fighters. There's no secret.
His brand represents that, and we know it, right?
Right.
Correct.
His brand represents
correct,
what? I just want to be sure. His brand represents what?
What you just described. When you said we all know what we know about Ellie, then that's what his brand represents, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
We know it.
Yes, sir.
Right? We know it. We know what his brand represents.
Mm-hmm.
And so do we know what Bill Haney's brand represents. It means going hard about his son, going hard as a businessman, as a manager, right?
There's
doing
nothing wrong with
everything
that.
I can.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. Exactly. But when you talk about giving the power to Ellie, and saying that because he can go from gym to gym, and he goes in these gyms and he creates some dissension with the fighters, right, for a couple views, and then he runs up out of there. Now the other camp walks into the gym, right, and it's the tension. Okay, it's part of the business, but then being in culture vulture is that you're not able to do like Gilly and Wallow and come back and say, okay, this is boxing. And you guys have, you have the ability to make a certain amount of money. Don't blow it. You have your family. You just have a way to connect culturally and know what's the boxing from the bullshit. And yeah, the people, it's real tension and it's real high. I'd say, listen, if you ain't gonna be 100% down with this shit, then don't kick it. Now, everything that you say about listen, my son is going to fight one of them guys one day. And I guarantee you, you see more shit that Ellie done said about my son and what my son ain't than I ever done said about the opponent. No matter what I think about. I've celebrated and I've raised them guys and said all them guys is bad motor scooters. When it comes down to it, I don't want the record to reflect for no parent nowhere around no country that it's okay to just stand by and you don't have to say nothing. That you gonna just take it. That would be like me saying to you, Coach, you have a voice. And thank you for letting me come on the platform. You know what I mean? You got your opinion and I got mine. And I totally respect others' opinions. But at the same time, you would take this phone call behind the scenes. You would make sure that brothers, somehow it don't spill over into some other shit. And I think that's where the difference becomes. If you're going to be if you're going to be able to bring the noise, you got to definitely be able to know how to quiet it too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bill, yeah. You said that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, Bill, I think, listen, there's nothing wrong with you riding for Dev. I like Devin Haney. I love your son. I know a lot of the fighters that he may have issues with online. You know, we see what's going on, Bill. We see what's going on. My only issue is, again, I don't know if you know, I don't like Ellie Seckbach at all. Can't stand the guy. Never met the guy. Don't care to get to meet him. So I'm not defending this guy at all. Trust me, this is the last guy on the planet that I'm going to defend. But since I've been on YouTube, Bill, all I've seen as the dissension amongst blacks, that's all I've seen since I've been on here. Even myself, everyone I've ever gotten threatened by, said they're going to do A, B, C, and D, which we know these YouTube niggas ain't going to do a goddamn thing. But I'm just saying, it came from the dissension was already there amongst the black so-called reporters of the content creators and this and that. So I don't. Wait, hear me out, Bill. Bill, let me just explain this one point. Now, whatever may be going on with Ellie, now maybe you know something that I don't know. That Ellie is, you say he's causing dissension amongst black fighters and pitting them against each other. Then if that's something that's going on in the background that I don't know about, then I don't know nothing about that. But I'm telling you for what I see, what I've been seeing since I've been on YouTube, and I'm telling you, bro, like, it's just some of the things you said I just didn't agree with. Other than that, that's it.
Okay, I'm here to clarify, and that's why I'm letting you know. That's why I'm letting you know. For one,
yes, sir.
You got my number since you've been on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You got my number on speed dial to call me to clarify anything, because that's the platform, your platform, and the platform of boxing in general. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I validate this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit back like somebody else and say, "Oh, you know what? Nah, just make it seem like he don't even know him. Make it sound, just don't even respond to the shit. The shit gonna blow over in 24 hours." So on and so forth. No, I come and I say, you kick a lot of good things on this channel. Some things that I disagree with, some things that I agree with, but I still respect your time and your energy that you put into this for real. You see what I'm saying? So if it swings my way or it don't swing my way, I'm still gonna come on, whether you know what I mean, whether I'm applauding something that you're saying, or I might be bringing you up to speed to something that's going on with me in my life. Today it happened to be Bill Haney on here, and I said, listen, let me come on and top it up. You know what I'm saying with you about it, right? Ellie Seckbach, if you take a camera, if I was to go take a camera and I go into the gym and I'm befriending this fighter or this camp, and then I record them, and then I go to and then I befriend them, and then I say something, you're creating the dissension between the camp, right? With the microphone. And I'm saying, and listen, now it's one thing when you already got bad blood, but when you encourage it for clickbait by leading your witness or leading your victim or leading your interviewer to say something that they don't mean, and you really saying something about some niggas that's gonna pull up. You see what I'm saying? And then you go and you go everywhere and you go do this. Boxing? Are you a boxing reporter or are you a shit starter? Coach, I want to ask you that.
No, Bill, Ellie Seckbach is not a reporter at all. There's nothing a reporter about him. I look at him as an extreme fanboy of certain fighters, and he has a camera and a microphone. He's been doing it a long time. I don't see him as that. Okay. No, but hold on, Bill. Let me finish this. But the fighters allow him to come in their space, they know what type of dude Ellie Seckbach is. It's not like these fighters like a Devontae Davis or Shakur Stevenson or Deontay Wilder or Errol Spence or the Charlos. It's not like they don't know who this guy is. Everyone knows who he is. So if these fighters allow him to come in their space and say certain things that may seem like he's sowing dissension, these fighters openly allow him to do that. They don't seem to have a problem with it. You get what I'm saying?
So let me explain. Coach. I'm saying when you start leading when you know that we've gotten a kid like Devin, I've gotten him out of the streets. While you know what I mean, and that's a big accomplishment for my neighborhood. That's a big accomplishment for my family. That's a big accomplishment for my city. You know what I'm saying? And for all those guys that didn't decide to offer my son to sell some drugs or offer him to do okay, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going to do yours. You see what I'm saying? Like we're pushing a whole different narrative about reaching back and grabbing these kids, and these kids have got all this fire and this desire and this heart to fight. And we're putting them in these boxing gyms and letting them use this as a career and not a one-way ticket to jail. So when you come back and we got the fire, you see what I'm saying? But Mr. Ellie Seckbach, you must understand, do not create something that's going to make this shit no Biggie and no Tupac shit. You see what I'm saying? Don't make it, and then, wait a minute, and then you're not able to, you're going to run off, and everybody going to be frontline mobbing, and you ain't going to be nowhere around. You see what I'm saying? So when you got a Gilly or a Wallow that really speak for this culture and really speak for us and that's in this boxing space, I say, man, let them handle that, man, Ellie. You see what I'm saying? Because you're going around, and then you're going around and you doing shit, and you acting like it's just cool. So I said, let me be an example to other brothers that in the position that you can really slap the shit out of Ellie, but you know what? You ain't going to do that because then you're going to blow position. So let me show them then that you bring light to him and say, okay, how many other persons or feel the same way? How many other people? Because everybody else is saying they've been victimized, but they don't want to speak up. Because the one thing that you say, oh, I feel that same way. Everybody's, oh, I feel that same way, but. Well, if you feel the same way, I just happen to say that being in this position, and if you call yourself a dad or you call yourself a manager, why would you not? How do you got time to do anything else? You see what I'm saying? Like, Devin, we good. I pushed up on Ellie because Ellie been out of pocket for a long time. Mm. And if you go look at any of the videos, Devin Haney, and then I said with like, you got in the middle of the tank shit. It's good, two good teams that's building a fight. You see what I'm saying? And you around this motherfucker keep killing it. Keep saying that what Devin ain't. Would you do that, or have you done that with any other race fighter than black? I know you talk good and you fuck with a few brothers, but you also tear down brothers. You see what I'm saying? And you tear down more brothers than you tear down any other. And you tear them down with the bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
You talking about me?
No, I'm talking about Ellie Seckbach.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Ellie Seckbach. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yes, sir. No, but this is the thing, Bill. Now, you're talking about something else that I don't know about. Because you mentioned Biggie and Tupac, and you're saying that he's stirring the pot where it can be a situation like that. Now, I'm not familiar with that.
It's good music or it's good boxing. I'm not familiar with that.
I'm not familiar with that. If that's what he's doing, I'm not familiar with that.
Say them with them jive-ass niggas, and we intelligent brothers over here, we moving collectively, we moving as Muslims. But guess what them niggas keep on saying? That my son, oh, he ain't street, and my son private school, and all the other shit. They keep roaring it up to see something else, brother. But we stand solid. We stand as real 2023 black men. And each time that I address these, you'll hear one of the others come up and try to speak what I'm speaking. For one, you don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand the sarcasm in it. Some of the shit that I'm saying it sarcastically. You see what I'm saying? So while you come up trying to interpret it, brother, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying, sir. So anyone that, if you want me to tell you, I've never disrespected none of them fighters that ain't came at me. But I also want to represent. You ain't gonna be no old ass fathers and mothers being disrespected either, though. You know,
Bill, Bill, do you remember? You remember the last time you was on my show, and I appreciate you. You know, you really came on the show, and you was one of the people who really helped my channel grow. I really do appreciate that. But you remember the time you was on the show, and I say, Bill, I be hearing you, man, going over there to some of these dudes' channels. I call the dude Whole Money. And these dudes be calling you bitch ass nigga. They be disrespecting you. You got Dev over there. And I say, I remember this like it was yesterday. I say, Bill, why do you indulge in this? I say, Bill, you a multi-millionaire.
Because I crossed over. No, okay, let me tell you why. Can I tell you why? And I know you say that. And I said, yes, because I've crossed over. I understand the plight of that young kid, H Money. He's motherfucking drowning and trying to figure it out, and everybody is saying what he ain't. I understand your plight. You switched over. You at home on top of your business now, blue blood, 7-8. You know what I mean? All the but one thing that I do, I'm saying is, if I'm over here, I'm not gonna cause no division between y'all. Y'all can do all that because one day y'all might figure it out, and everybody might get along. So I don't be just, I support channels. I have relationships with other guys outside the channel, but I support this channel. I support other channels, even if you get down and you going crazy on me. And people say, "Oh, you shouldn't go over there. You shouldn't go over there." Well, that's not going to push boxing forward. Them other niggas, and I'm saying niggas, not Negroes, niggas hide out and they don't. They be sitting in the chat and they send other people to do ghost pages. I show up, and they say, "Yeah, well, that's supporting them." Yeah, well, okay. Well, listen, that's supporting us because guess what? That's showing how great we really are. And that's showing how much of a fool what kind of building they building it on. They're building it on foolery. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you. What I'm saying is that's why I come out and I'm quote outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, Bill, I say this about myself. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I'm a part of the solution. Some may look at me as being a part of the problem, and they may have some type of validity to that because of some of the things I say. But just like it's things that you may know that's going on in the background that I'm not aware of, there's things that's going on in the background and in the forefront that you may not be aware of. And some of these
thank you.
Some of these same dudes.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
Yeah, so some of these.
Yeah, thank you for putting Bill Haney on there. Thank you for putting Bill Haney on there and rallying up 400-500 people. You know what I'm saying, to give me a chance to speak and show what we really doing. You know what I'm saying? So thank you to your platform. Thank you to the chat, more importantly. But we got to answer these hard questions that these people be pulling up on you with. So if you can go to them, so when I leave, they won't pull up on you and say what you ain't said and what you ain't did. You know what I mean? Because you're always a perfect gentleman with the platform. Always give everybody an opportunity. So if a motherfucker say that they can say it better, they can do it better, then call the line just like I did. Just go to the callers, Coach Malachi.
You on the phone? I can't go to the callers because you on the phone.
Okay, well, can I hear them when they call in?
Yeah, you can hear when they call in. They call in the show. You can
okay.
hear. Yeah.
Okay, well then I can respond. Will they be able to hear me back?
All right, yes, sir. As a matter of fact, yeah. Anybody want to call into the show? Call into the show. We can do it. We can do a three-way. Anybody want to call into the show? Y'all call the show 530-494-9636. Anyone? Hold on, Bill. Let me get these super chats out of the way. Shout out to the Marty King Boss for dropping that $2 super chat. Shout out to Jamie Vasquez dropping that $2 super chat. He said, ask him to keep that same energy with the LDBC. Yeah, so again, I can't sit here and knock a man for who
Let
he
me
choose.
explain to you one thing because they want to say. I told them we're not going to jump around no questions. He just said, you know what I mean? The LDBC, known as the Lions Den.
I was going to address that.
Known as the Lions Den boxing community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing around this motherfucker and handling your business and really fighting and really having respect for yourself, then it's the Love Den boxing community where you're going to get some love at. You know what I mean? And I just know that. Now, guess what? Now, if you keep it true, you know what I mean? And then you can stop by True Media and drop off a jewel. You know what I'm talking about? But
I got a call.
It's got to be real. It's got to be on thing.
I got a call.
Where's the caller?
Hold on. Yeah, I got a call. Hold on, Bill.
Call from.
All right, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? You got you with Coach Malachi and Bill Haney on the phone. Hold on. Bill, you still there?
Yes, sir.
All right, call. Okay, Derek from Florida. Please be clear.
Hey, Bill.
Bill, I got a question though. You was talking about brother against brother though, right? What was that? You say you was smoking on Tank. Ain't Tank is a black man? Why you talking about you smoking on Tank?
Okay. Listen.
Where was that coming from? Yeah, see?
Now,
come on, bro. You gotta keep that same energy, bro.
Derek, you gotta let him talk.
Derek,
you gotta let him talk, fam.
You
gotta let him talk.
Great question. Caller, where you calling from?
Florida.
Calling from Florida. Now, listen. The thing that they always say is that you got to match the energy and you got to do all this shit because the shit is happening to us in real time. And I don't know what part of Florida you from. What part of? Okay, you Miami. Oh, definitely. See, I done been to Miami. So, we talking to niggas how they talk to us. Man, he been talking to us like that and he do all the shit so we match the energy. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm smoking on Tank or whatever I'm doing, but it's actually happened to us in real time. So, and the way that you sound on this phone, listen, a nigga say the wrong thing to you or your people sound like you gonna be doing a whole lot of shit, King.
No, because I'm not a Tank fan. I'm just saying how you was speaking.
No, I just can tell your voice. I'm
just letting you know how you're not keeping that same energy. I'm not a Tank fan. I'm just going by what you're saying.
No, King. No, that's why I said I got all the respect in the world for you, King. And I feel like if I come at you foul, you're gonna be smoking on a VH pack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
But all right, that's right or wrong? My call. That's it, though.
No, am I right or wrong, King?
I ain't hear him just don't even talk about you though. Like I ain't hear Coach Tank and them talk about you. Like I ain't heard nothing from you.
You said you ain't heard nothing from him?
No, I ain't heard nothing from him. All I saw you say you was smoking on them, and they ain't say nothing to you. Oh, okay. That was just my response.
If you haven't heard it, then you gotta talk to a couple of the people and then see what gets sped up because you probably didn't just you're probably not abreast to everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
All right,
shout out to Devin from Florida.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, if you call the show, man, you gotta let if you ask Bill a question, please. My only request is please allow him to answer the question. You get what I'm saying? Don't try to overtalk the guest. He's taking the time out to come on the show. But anyways, Bill. So again, hold on, Bill. We got another call calling in. Bear with me one moment. Phone calls is hot right now. Hold on, guys. Phone calls hot. Emerge these calls. All right, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hold on. Caller, what's your name?
In that bag, man. I'm this Coach Eddie from ATL. Is Bill still on the phone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Bill Haney, how you doing, brother? Good to talk to you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a Yeah, I'm up in the gym right now. I got a Devin Haney clone. He swayed Devin Haney up in here.
Listen, I already felt the energy anyway. As soon as you came in through the phone, I said, I hear you got one. Didn't I just say that? As soon as you said, so to speak, I already knew. I know they feel the energy. That's what, listen, and that's what we do it for. You hear me? That's what we do it for. Push, King. Push. Don't listen to what nobody's saying. You know what it is, man. Push, King.
I think today, what we're talking about today is that, Ellie Seckbach, you did address Ellie Seckbach, but I guess we were speaking on how all the other YouTube channels is doing the same thing. Actually, they doing more damage a lot of times than what Ellie's doing because these guys are literally starting fights out in the street. I see dudes fighting in the street.
What I gotta do, I can't where and be everywhere, but one thing that I can do is represent about my own and about my son, and I hate that it gotta be like that. I hate that but I just stood down and I watch it just like you watch it against everybody. But then, you can only watch it for so long against your son, and then you live with regret that, you had somebody, some little bald head motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He flip his hat one way and he culture that way, and then he talk another way, and he Mexican with that way, and then he come back and he get proper when you see him at the grocery store. And I didn't address him as many miles as my son had worked and did and all the shit that I wasn't going to address him. That's not a fair representation of who we are and what we do. And that's the only thing that I said to the last caller. I'm like, oh, he already called. He's with it. Huh? Man, let somebody. And that's why I said, bruh, if more of us that's really with it, get ours, the kids and our sons and our daughters, nieces and nephews, man, to get up in this industry, we'll be more valued than we are, man. You see what I mean? And my son needed somebody to address Ellie. He didn't have time. He got a big fight coming up, man. That ain't fair. You see what I'm saying? That's not fair. That's not.
But I mean, I hear you talking about, you know, coming together and being collective and killing the negative energy. You talking about profiting off of black dissension. You know what I'm saying? That's the matter. That's what the topic of the show was today. And a lot of these other content creators, they do the same thing, man. They cause division among black fighters too, man. And ain't nobody really addressing that. I'm just saying everything, all of them need to be addressed, Coach.
Listen, but if you do it and you do it with understanding, man. You know how to do it. What I'm saying is if a motherfucker don't want to own their culture, then a motherfucker gonna be able to do whatever they want to do to it. You see what I'm saying? I understand this. Right. I understand the hip hop culture, and I understand that now we are part of the boxing culture. Coach Malachi, you are. We are. That's just a matter of a fact. That's just a matter of a fact. Now I can sit back and say no, but sometimes okay. And what that represented still is not getting in trouble and coming out the mud and doing the right thing and grabbing your kids and you know what I mean, doing it truly right. But what they say that what represents being the face of boxing and being the face of the sport is something entirely and totally different. But I'm saying is, if that's your business partner and not your son, then maybe you'll support that narrative. But if it's your son, you will not. And I'm not saying that you're going to get a bunch of boxing champions, but you might have one. I'm not saying that you might get a bunch of tennis. You might have one. Acting, singing, and alike. That's the only thing that I represent. Instead of a kid not having somebody that's going to get out and fight for him. Period.
Right on. Okay, Bill. It's good to talk to you, my brother. I don't want to hold the channel up, brother. But good luck to you, Devin, in the fight. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Thank you.
All right, shout out to Coach Eddie. Give him a round of applause. Hold on, Bill. Got another call calling in, guys. Phone lines is hot. All right, that call ended. Sorry about that. Hold on, Bill. Sorry about that, Bill. Okay, Bill. Now, I think if you're taking the time out to come on the show, but back to what I was saying with this here, Bill. You know, I think it's kind of unfair. Be fair. I think it's kind of unfair and disingenuous. You know, that's what I thought, and that's how I feel. The simple fact that, okay, to put all of this on Ellie. Now, whatever dissension Ellie may be causing, I'm not aware of that. As far as I'm concerned, Ellie is doing what he normally does. He's going to D-Ride certain fighters in order to get access. That's what he does. Sometimes he has to pay. Sometimes he pays his money. He's going to get access to the Tank Davises and stuff like that. I ain't tripping on none of that. I don't like the shit myself. That's what it is. Me personally, there's certain interviews that I can't get because some people feel like that I'm too hot. I'm too hot for TV. But as you can see, when people come on my show,
let me ask you this: Did you say to yourself ever at any point in time, damn, I wonder what did Ellie do to Devin? Or what did Ellie do to, or what did Devin do to Ellie? Or anything like that? Did you ever notice in his videos and say to yourself anything like that?
I mean, no, because he does the same thing to Terrence Crawford. He does the same thing to other black and non-black fighters, i.e. Tyson Fury, that he don't rock with. Ellie is pretty much more of a pro PBC type guy. You know what I mean? He gonna kick with Canelo. He gonna kick it with Robert Garcia. That's what he does. I mean, you know, so I mean that's no secret, Bill.
Okay, but I believe that, and what rumor has it that he wanted to get access to Tyson Fury, and he didn't. Tyson Fury is the one that did not tap dance to his bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Because Tyson Fury looked at him maybe how you looking at him. And then after Tyson Fury didn't fuck with him, then he went over there to go with Deontay Wilder.
Okay. All right. Well, regardless of what, my thing is this here. These fighters like him, they rock with him. So, only thing I'm addressing
But now, let me ask you another question then. How many fighters end up broke?
I mean, probably a lot of them. It depends. A lot of these fighters, if they don't have economic literacy, then a lot of them will come up broke.
No, okay, so maybe it's a chance that they don't have economic literacy, nor do they have knowledge of self, of what the fuck is going on. And listen, just because they don't know, should we stand by and just let them be done whatever the fucking way that they want to be done? I mean, in whatever way that a man named Ellie Seckbach wants to do them.
We got another call.
Oh, that's just because it's weight.
We got another call calling in. Hold on, guys. The phone. I had to turn down 3 phone calls. Hold on. All right, caller, what's your name when you calling from? Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Mike.
It's Mike from West Texas.
Mike from West Texas, 2 times. Talk to me.
What's up, Bill? How you doing?
Hey, Mike. What's going on with you?
Not much. So check it out. This is what I got to say. So, I'm not disputing on what LDB's doing. He might be doing everything you're saying, but this is something that's been sticking with me. Like, when your son was on Twitter going back and forth with Shakur, and your son got out of line with Shakur, started making fun of, like, calling his mama out. Like, do you condone that type of stuff too? Because you say you do it for the kids too. You don't think that the kids are watching that type of stuff? No, man. Listen. Nope. Listen. None of mamas and daddies and all the shit like that, right? But see, he started. That's crazy that you say that is, because I can stand up for myself. And when they be like, your dad ain't shit, right? But when somebody say your mama, it hit different. But with Dev, because I raised him, like we've been together every fucking day. That's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids, my oldest son, that's my best friend, right? I don't know what other parents did, but I'm saying every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? We together in the gym, all the shit, the crying, the little, man, get up, get back on that bike. You know what I'm saying? Like I was there, right? I didn't miss a day. So when they're getting into it, I know, I'm telling you, I said, I put Devin in the boxing because he was fighting in school, right? He'd be tripping. I know he'd be tripping. I know he went to Australia without me, dog. So I already know he's a man's man. So I'm saying this. I only come on here to represent while he's busy being able to be ready for all that shit that he taught to back it all up. Because he does work out like a motherfucker. He stay working. He stay fucking with it. So as a father, normally you got a promoter to come out and promote, right? We knew then that promoters sometimes are busy, not just ineffective. Some can be ineffective, but some can be extremely busy with a big roster and all that other shit. Or some can have, getting older and have more money than they want to get out and promote. So, no, I don't encourage none of that shit. But I stand behind my son. I stand behind my son. Bill, I respect that. Yeah, you're supposed to. At the end of the day, that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm gonna tell you this because I've been listening to you a lot, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. So this is coming from a man who done been out in the streets, who done did time for thinking with the wrong head. Overreacting and hurting people. And whenever you start talking about like Biggie and Pac situations, do you really want to put yourself and your son in that type of position? Because I told you before on the TVV, you got a powerful voice. And you study entertaining these other people when you should just be focused on making these big fights, brother.
No, King. I told you. I said that I'm saying let's stay away from that because me and you might have been at some of those same joints, or me and you might have known some of the same people. You see what I'm saying? So I fully understand. But I'm saying is when you say that somebody says something, or a kid says something about his dad, right? He's going to react that way, and he's going to say something back about your mom, or he's going to say something back about whatever. That's what you know what I'm saying? So you're expecting.
No, I do.
Because you see what I'm saying? You're expecting Dev not to say something back if he says.
Coach.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, Bill, look, Bill, I'm not. This is what I'm basically trying to say. Like, I'm going to tell you in my position. Like, if I see my son getting bullied, or he's getting looked like they're treating him a certain way. Like I know back in the day, I would have told him, man, go and smack that kid or get out there with that kid. No, I know how I look at life different now. So basically, what I would say is like there's other ways of moving around. Like just because your son don't clap back doesn't make him weak. He's a champion for crying out loud. He's on the throne right now. It don't make him weak because he has to entertain that.
King, what area? I mean, what city you from? What city?
I'm from Texas. But I done lived in Pittsburgh. I done lived in Virginia. I done been in Dallas.
Okay, I'm from Oakland, I'm from Oakland, California. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
And I listen, and I grew up in the streets. I'm 100%. You know what I'm saying? Know that I gotta let Dev is a grown man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not speaking on that. He's a man, but I'm also coming and saying that we need to let them do it, right? Me, Calvin, forward the teams. You know, when you have somebody like Ellie, right? See, if you had the mic, you would interview each team in a different way, and it would be presented different than Ellie hiding. He's hiding. And I don't know what he's hiding behind, but he's not part of the culture. I can already hear you in talking to you. You see what I'm saying? It's different. Are you and Ellie? Do y'all? You think it's? Man, you hear what I'm saying, man?
Nah, Bill. Look, back at the end of the day, Bill, salute, man. Like I watch your son. I pay for his fight. I root for him. At the end of the day, that's why I'm kind of like I'm talking the way that I am, because when I do see the father and son collaboration, I look forward to that. Like, I want to show my son that type of stuff. But then I see the man calling another man's mom a B. I know he's disrespecting you, but you and your son are in this business together. And I really do think that you can help elevate this sport that's really declining. Like, it's been declining here lately.
But if he says, he intentionally says, when he says, your lying ass daddy, your father, your boom, right? So instead of saying your coach, he don't say your coach, he say your lying ass daddy. So when you bring up and you say daddy or your dad or your father, you know what you're trying to do. And I'm saying, homeboy, you see what I'm saying? If me and you in this joint, it's going to be Shakur the one that started the shit, not my son.
You're right. But Bill, look at it. It's like nothing,
it's on, homie. But what I'm saying,
it's on internet, sir. It's on internet.
Listen,
like they're bumping online.
Okay, my guy, listen. But what I'm saying is, the one that moves wrong is the one that gets checked. The one that moves wrong is the one that gets DP. You see what I'm saying? Once you get DP, you can't control what the punishment is going to be, homie. We didn't miss move. He said your daddy, so he said your mama. If he said your coach, then he says your coach. Sir?
And me and you both know that if it goes to another level, stuff can get messy. And all I'm saying is you're too well established to even be put in that position. So that's all I'm saying. I appreciate you hearing me out, man. Good luck.
Hey, King, before you go, King, no, let King, let me hear King.
He hung up.
Are you serious? Oh, he hung up. Okay, listen.
Hold on,
but let me tell you.
Hold on.
Hey, Coach Malachi. Before we take the next caller, Coach, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Listen, like you said, when you choose to be a parent, right? You choose to go the whole way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm representing. I'm saying is I know that they want to, you know, and a son that, you know, Devin does. If you're doing the right thing, you're supposed to turn the other cheek. You're doing the right thing. You're supposed to not say nothing. You're doing the right thing. What the fuck? Where have we gone to as a people, man? Just as a race. But what the fuck? What is all the turn the other cheek shit for? When you're doing the right thing, we're not in the streets. We shouldn't be turning our fucking cheeks, and we're legit. And it's a legitimate boxing. We're legitimate.
Bill, where you lose them yet is like why the street stuff keep coming up? Like people talking about the streets, and it's like it ain't that serious.
Yeah, because guess what? Okay, you know what we're supposed to do as Muslims is to always talk about death, right? You're supposed to always keep death. You're never supposed to not talk about death because you know that it's soon to come, right? We'll be returning back to Allah sooner than we know, right? It's just like that. Everybody want to talk shit, but then you don't want to talk about, you want to act like that's what's happening, but then you don't want to, like Shakur, he said, when I see you, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. And everybody, and they recorded it and they did a video on it. Yeah. And he said, well, we were talking about boxing, right? We're talking about boxing and fighting in 25, but now you're saying that when you see him, it ain't even about money. You're going to smack the shit out of him. But Coach Malachi, you remember everything, but you don't conveniently remember that enough to say, where would I bring up some street shit? It's not me bringing up any street shit.
Yeah, you know
I am the street.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't have to bring up street.
No.
I don't have to bring up street. I am the street.
Wait, hold on. You're missing my point. I'm saying as of late to this particular topic, because the brother said something about Biggie. You said something about Biggie and Pac. What Shakur said, hear me out. What Shakur said, he was dead wrong for that, in my opinion. He was dead wrong for that. Saying when I see him slap shit out of you, you 1000% correct about that. I'm saying as it relates to the subject matter right now with the Ellie Seckbach, what does that have to do with Biggie and Pac in some street shit. Like that's where I'm lost at.
What I'm saying is when you get guys and they're talking about slapping guys, if you know anything about the boxing business, then you know behind the scenes what goes on and what has gone on and what has transpired. I'm saying is that you're not as privileged to me as it is, but that I am. But I'm saying to them,
you're right,
I'm saying no. I'm saying
that I don't know.
No,
right about
that. And listen, and it might be some things that you don't remember. Yeah, it might be some things that you heard about that you don't remember. That it can go left where we all say as OGs, no, we're gonna keep this shit 100% solid. And if it's a guy that's going and running back and doing this other shit, I pulled this coat. That's all.
Okay. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're saying Ellie Seckbach, there's some things going on in the background that I'm not aware of that could have escalated certain situations that Ellie Seckbach is going around instigating.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Trying to get people to say shit, trying to get something to happen and to transpire when the fight is big. It's big, and Ellie, you know what time it is. Promote, but don't over promote, because then I think that you're trying to cause some shit. And guess what? I'm going to be the one guy that's going to call you out that's in the group.
We got a question. We got a question right here. Fotex, shout out to Fotex for dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, Bill, how can you say Ellie causing division, but the same group that you roll with are making countless shaming videos against Terrence Crawford daily?
Okay. So if you like someone, if you 100% like someone, that's cool. You can like them, right? You can like them. You can do all that, right? That's fine. But do you have to go? Do you have to go around and lead people into saying shit that they're not saying, and then misconstrue the words and misconstrue the titles and misconstrue? Listen, if I'm bullshit, Coach Malachi has already seen him and already seen the videos. I have Coach Malachi as you know what I mean, as the attorney on the shit. He's gonna know the shit more than I'm doing. He's gonna say Bill is 100% right. The dude is 100% either fanboying, biased, or all of the above.
All right, Bill. I want to thank you for calling the show. Me and you spoke on the phone before. I told you the guys you roll with, I don't fuck with them. They don't fuck with me. I can't stand them niggas. They can't stand me. This has nothing to do with you.
No, look.
Bill, hear me out.
You can't put that on me. Don't drop the show.
Bill,
no.
You gotta let me talk, Bill. Bill, you gotta let me talk though, dog. Like I sat back and listened. You gotta let me talk, Bill. You have to let me talk. Again, I'm not dropping anything on you. What I'm saying, Bill, is this here. What I'm saying to Bill is this here. Like, there's things going on in the background that you may not be aware of that I go through. I address that shit head on. I don't have an issue with you personally. I got a great deal of respect for you. I've told you that on the phone. But I've told you I don't fuck with them niggas. I told you that. And all I'm saying is the stuff that you're saying that Ellie does, this is the guy that I don't like. The stuff that you're saying that Ellie does, I'm not privy to the information that you said that he was doing in the background. I'm saying them same niggas do that same shit. They call other fighters black top rank Toby. They talk about fighters or mothers. They go out of their way to tear down certain black fighters. Some of them do it for the benefit of your son. This is the hypocrisy that I'm addressing. And you can't say that.
Can I ask you this, Coach?
Can I ask you this? They can't say they're pro-black one minute.
Can I ask you one quick, Coach?
Hear me out, brother. They can't say they're pro-black one minute, but then they go around tearing down other black fighters and other black people. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Okay. No. You telling me what I can't do. I can do. You're going to be you, and I'm going to be me, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm being me, right? And because I have respect for you, that I'm going to explain to you that I want the love from everybody, Coach. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't not that Ellie. Like, I don't know why you didn't give it your love and the boxing love, baby. I'm not excluding nobody, sir. I'm not excluding you, not nobody. Not nobody that they said nothing. When Dev set out to do this sport, he set out to do it and be the best that ever put on a pair of gloves, sir. That's why I think you were kind of confused. I'm saying is we want the love from everybody, man.
Okay, I got you. Shout out to my sister Bless. This sister here from the Bay. Shout out to Bless 365. She say, man, listen, Trill Bill can't control no grown ass men. Y'all acting like y'all responsible for everything someone else does. Stop the cap. That's what Bless said. Bill, I don't know if you can see it, but that's what Bless said.
Okay, yeah, no, I heard it, yeah, but you know, and that's the thing is like growing up inside the neighborhood, man, you never know if 77th Street is about to hook up with 85th, or if they're gonna beef with 85th, or 76th is going to start a new street and it's going to be 76 and 77, and then you just never know, man. But so to be when you in something and it's two people. One got, you know what I'm saying? One got green and one got brown, you know what I'm saying? And listen, and you ain't worried about either because you got white, you know what I mean? So, I don't know about all this, bro. But I know one thing is if you get in somebody's business too long ago, if you get in somebody else's business for too long, you're going to be out of business. You see what I'm saying? Sooner or later,
yeah,
you know?
And I get that.
You know what I mean? And that's what I was always taught. So I don't, you feel me? But one thing that I always say is that any fighter that says that they're not capitalizing, living, breathing, and benefiting by everyone's energy and their sport, they lying their ass off. Stafala. You see what I'm saying? Right? Whether you good or you bad. That's why when you see me sometimes, I'm showing love to somebody, even if it's the folk, because I got respect for all the energy and all the time
I got one more call.
Putting into this shit.
I got one more call. Call in there, Bill. One more. Hold on. Hold on, guys. One more call. Hold on. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from? You the last call.
Hey, it's Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach, talk to me.
Long Beach in the house.
And I completely understand where Bill coming from. You know, he was doing a lot of talking and kind of mixing it up sometimes, but a lot of the callers calling in, they trying to point out what the LDBC do and what Ellie do, and it ain't got nothing to do with that. The LDBC, they don't talk to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. They don't tell Terrence Crawford one thing and then get him to say something and then go back and say something to Errol Spence. You know, Ellie is playing a role because he's talking to both individuals. Now, what two men say to each other, that's what they said to each other. If Dev say something about Tank and Tank say something about Dev, that's different. But when you got an individual playing in the middle of both of them, going to one gym saying something and then going to the next gym saying something, that's different. And I think that's what people are missing. You know what I'm saying? The LDBC, they say whatever they say about somebody, but they're not talking to both individuals. They just talking about one individual. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where he's coming from, saying, like, you know, he's instigating it, whereas the other people are just being biased. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference in that. So I understand where you're
that's crazy. Hey, that's crazy. No, that's crazy that you said that, because everyone say to me that they don't understand how I can see that someone really likes someone, and that might be biased, but then you have someone that between both claiming to be a reporter and not claiming to be a fan, because if you are a fan, right, it's one thing, but then, you know what I'm saying? No. You can't draw a fight.
I get what you're saying on that. Like if a reporter is supposed to be objective and unbiased. They're supposed to call it right down the middle. That's what a reporter is supposed to do. And that's the professionalism aspect of being a reporter. I say to you that everyone knows at this point that dude is not a reporter, Bill. I know he ain't no goddamn reporter.
No, but Coach Malachi. No, but I wanted to come on here and validate you and not validate Ellie, because if you take a look at him and you think, and he says reporting, and you think that what's the name, he gives off the air as if he's an unbiased reporter just telling facts about Devin Haney. And I'm like,
but see, check this out. But check this out, though, Bill. But check this out. The black fighters who we have access to validate him by allowing him to by allowing him to interview him. Like they validate.
Yeah.
They're the ones that's validating him.
Watch this. So they no, but watch this. So they become part of the trap or the problem. But really, if I go to certain outlets and then I down the fighter, then I water down their money, I water down the shit. So I always say that they're good fighters, but it's something special about Dev, and all the fights are going to be big fights and all the other shit. I never say that the fighter has pillow fisted, or I never say that the fighter is, you know all of the shit. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they have a lot of shit that I'll say that my son gonna beat the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? Knock you out or whatever. I'll say shit like that. I'll be disrespectful. Man, my son gonna knock your ass out, man. You know what I mean? Like a dad would want to say, man, come and get bring his motherfucking ass out here. I got him. Jimmy, George, you go out there and you whip it, you that kind of shit. But the other caller said we had a different time family man, and I that's how I grew up. I had a dad in the house. You know what I mean? Just like Dev got one. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, hey,
but
listen, man, Curtis, you the last call. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
yeah, but see what you just did right there, Bill. That's where people gonna get you at. Whatever he say about Dev, as far as pillow fisting and all that, that's his opinion. And you know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at him about his opinion. You know that's what it is. So you're not gonna win that.
But he's a little bald head motherfucker. That you know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna win it, bro. You're not gonna win it because I got shit to say about Tank. I got shit to say about Tank that Tank ain't gonna like. No. But listen, Devin has to be politically correct. See, you got a position that when a dad, like you have a dad, and everybody talking about, oh, you in a position. Oh, what if I don't want to be? What if I just want to be able to get on your helmet if you say something about dad? Maybe I don't want that big position. Maybe I just want to be a dad that can defend his son until Allah shuts my eyes. How about that? Yeah. I mean, that's your right. That's your right as a father. But you know,
thank you, King. Thank you, King. That other position, that other position might be for you. You see what I'm saying? You might get your son, and then you get there, and you gonna get more money, and then you might not say nothing. Y'all might get some more endorsements or some other shit that might be for somebody else. But I'm saying this with me. I just do it the way I do it, bro. I don't mean no disrespect.
No, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna get down for my son, man. I don't give a fuck what people say. I'm gonna get down for mine. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about that shit.
All right, listen. All right, listen, Curtis. We finna get ready to go, man. But I want to close the show by saying one thing. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. So Bill, the gist is this. This is the gist. If I were to summarize everything, let me know if I'm spot on. So basically, there are some things that's going on in the background that someone like myself, Coach Malachi, is not familiar with as it relates to Ellie Seckbach instigating certain incidences in the background from gym to gym that can escalate to something more than just boxing. I'm not familiar with it. So the video you shot was specifically addressing that. Is that what you're saying?
No. I have tons of witnesses that have witnessed countless videos of Ellie Seckbach's bullshit. We would have to have a whole nother episode to call them in before I let you have that one. You know what I mean?
No.
Now, if you missed the video, so it's countless videos that's going along with the stuff that's going on behind the scenes that can take it into even more shit. You see what I'm saying? That I don't talk about that happens if that's not enough. You follow me? So I tell him, the culture vulture, man, be cool. Get out of that mess. Stop doing that. Start build your brand on celebrating the fighters, right? Don't build your brand on everywhere you go, you talking about fighters and you doing that bullshit. You see, and you making other guys talk about them, right? And you get them to co-sign the shit, and then we see the guys and they say, oh, it's just promotion, right? So what I'm saying is, just like the publicity stunt that Shakur Stevenson had, this dude Ellie Seckbach, just like you said first, he ain't who he is. You see what I'm saying? So thank you for letting me come on and say that. Because as long as the people know that he ain't who he say he is, then that's all that's all I want to let them know. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna scream to the top of the mountain, just like he screams, and whoever else screams, then I'm gonna scream too.
Bill, one more question before you go. What's the situation with Regis Prograis? We know you guys have a fight coming up. I'm buying the fight.
Man.
I know I won't physically be there, but I am buying the fight. We're throwing a fight party here online. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. When your son was at 135, I said, man, look, man, there's some killers up there at 140. You know, Regis Prograis was one of the fighters that I thought very highly of. You know, I met the brother one time before I interviewed him. I met him and I said, man, if Devin Haney move up there and would fight one of those guys, you know, I got Regis Prograis stopping him. Now, this is what I said a while ago. Hear me out. Let me speak. Then, as time went on, hear me out. As time went on, now that Devin has moved up, I saw the fight he had with Vasily Lomachenko and stuff like that. And so when I break fights down, I look at it from a stylistic standpoint. And so I say, okay, what is it that Regis Prograis brings to the table? And what is it that Devin Haney brings to the table? And when I look at it from a stylistic standpoint, now I'm saying, I say, you know what? I could potentially see that. I can see Devin Haney beating Regis Prograis because he's going to control the distance in the range. He's very fast, has very good footwork, and he has some of the best timing in boxing. So I say as long as Devin Haney can control the distance in the pace of the fight, he has very, very good feints. I can see him winning a 12-round decision. Now I'm seeing that now. I do know that the Regis Prograis, he has kind of like a irky-jerky style when it comes to defense. He has pretty good timing, but he's a power puncher. But I say if Devin Haney can take that power away, and I'm pretty sure he can with his footwork, ring IQ, stuff like that, and he has the reach, I say I could see this fight being pretty much, one-sided boxing event. So that's how I'm kind of leaning right now. I think in order for Regis to win this fight, he's going to have to knock Devin Haney out, stop him. I don't see him beating Devin Haney in a boxing match. What say you about that?
You know what? Man, that's your assessment on Regis is spot on in terms of what we've seen in him. And when you start talking about Devin, right, you can imagine what can happen, but he actually got to go through the fire and do it. And that's what I said about Timothy Bradley. They always talk about going through the fire, right? You got to go in there as a young fighter with Linares, and you got to go in there with Linares, and Linares got that motherfucking right hand, and then boom, that motherfucker hit the ship. Ooh, astaghfirullah, right? I'm like, oh my God, right? Right now, of course, Tank Davis, he has that boom, right? But you talk about Regis Prograis, he got that too. You see what I'm saying? So when you see Devin and you see him get in there with all these different styles, and then of course we know that Lomachenko got it. You know what I mean? He has to go do it, and that's what's so exciting about it for me is watching him as a fighter grow and adapt.
What made Devin decide to pick Regis Prograis out of all of the fighters at 140?
Because nobody picked Regis. Because nobody would pick him, and he's a black fighter, and he got a belt, and everyone was saying that two black fighters don't sell, and they have to be old black fighters, and we want to kill that narrative.
How about the tickets? How are the ticket sales going thus far? As related
Killed them. You can't get it. Listen. If you didn't buy a good seat, you can't get one now. The good seats are sold out. If you're gonna buy it, you better buy it now. If you want to be in the building, you better buy it now. But you're gonna be up top. You're gonna be at the roof.
If Devin Haney, if Devin Haney is successful in this fight with Regis Prograis, have you guys thought about who would be next, or you just haven't looked that far yet?
You know what? Like I said, when you talk about Regis, and you talk about it being less than 30 days away, to December the 9th at the Chase Center, home of the Golden State Warriors, right? You talk about having the town on your back, San Francisco, the bridge. And in order to do that, right, you can't bring somebody that can't do it, that can't end the night with one punch, that can't, you know what I mean? That can't ruin and spoil the party, because that's just not the Oakland. You ain't mobbing if you done done that. You see what I'm saying? So we knew that we couldn't just bring anybody, you see, for a homecoming and not represent the way that we did. So to pick Regis, man, listen, we got 30 days, and I'm gonna come back on the show as soon as for this business, inshallah, and we got something big up.
How was it? Before you go, I got to ask you this. How was it? I know the last time we spoke, I don't want to bring it up, but how was your family doing? Your family member? Man,
alhamdulillah, man. Every day, we fighting. Mom is fighting. You know what I mean?
I don't want to say who it was.
No, but just keep us in your prayers. You know what I'm saying, man? That's just everyday dad, man. You know what I'm saying? And my son, he's amazing in the boxing ring, but he's an everyday young man that's a family man, and he put us on his back. And he has always an opportunity to do, F-boy shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck boy shit. Stuff a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, go do some crazy shit. And he does it, man. And that's why I get out. And for the brother that, they said, oh yeah, because the guy that went to jail for hella long, and me, it was like, oh, if we did everything right, oh my God, if we just not did this and not did this. Okay, well, what about the guys that do all the right shit? So we don't celebrate them, huh? Or y'all gonna now start talking about they square and they this and that?
No, I know what you're talking about.
You
talking about the nigga culture, that nigga shit. Yeah.
All that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then, because he got a daddy that can, you see what I'm saying, show up and go nigga, but they don't want that. Of course, and I don't want it either. You see what I'm saying?
No,
but at the same time,
I get what you're saying. They're not respecting the positive aspect of, hey man, this man got a father in his life. He went against all odds. You know, have both parents in his life. The father is there and stuff like that. That should be something that should be celebrated. But instead, you know, they want to celebrate the dysfunction. You have been consistent with saying that.
Yeah, man, come on, man. And listen. And the easiest thing in the world is to go get a diesel truck full of weed, cocaine, or any motherfucking thing, man, in my community. You know what I'm saying? The hardest thing is to do what we doing, man. Doing the right thing. You know? That's the hard thing, because everything else is celebrated. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, any kid, and that's what I'm saying, they're trying to drive those narratives. But if I let that narrative happen, one of the kids is going to end up like me. You see what I mean? Because I didn't have me that had went through the streets to tell me that all the street niggas, you know, had fucked up.
Yeah, we had to learn the hard way, Bill. Unfortunately, me and you in the same generation, so we had to learn the hard way. Yeah.
By my son being sharp and having a big homie that then been to the streets and been to jail, that then been shot, that then been all the shit.
Yeah.
So he's saying, man, I'm gonna live. Okay, so give me the game. All right, so stay away from this, stay away from that. I'm gonna be straight. Boom, yeah, boom. Now it's so many OGs, but see. With my dad, I thought that my dad, because he went to work and he was an honest man, that he wasn't telling me the truth when he was telling me about these rotten niggas. You see what I'm saying? Because they had too much flash and too much pop, too much shit, that they got me caught up in the shit, and I had to go 365 degrees all the way to get back to now working for my son as a job that I love to death, because all I wanted ever to have was a legitimate income, and to have a legitimate income working for my son. Nigga, I will pull up on anybody, anywhere, at any time. You dig?
I understand that. I mean, I can't get mad at you for that. Hey, but Bill, I got to get ready to go, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Listen, man. I would love for you to come back on the show prior to the fight, so we could talk about the fight, promote the fight, break it down from a stylistic standpoint. How does Devin feel at 140? Let me tell you one other question. Let me
drop one other jewel with you, man. What's the best weight you ever been in life?
What the best weight?
The best weight you ever been in life. What's your best weight?
150. 150.
150.
Yeah.
150. How much you weigh right now?
I weigh 170 right now.
170.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 150. Could you get to 145 for 25 million?
Hell yeah. Shit.
Okay.
Hey. I can get to 145 for 100,000.
True. Hey, listen. Well, I had to keep it true because Devin keeps it true. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Listen, if he got to take off a couple pounds, you know what I'm saying, for a whole bunch of money, you know what I mean? Don't rule him out. You know what I'm saying? Because he really about this shit. All right?
All right.
Blessings to you, man, and your family. All right?
All right, thank you. Shout out to Bill Haney. Salute, fast.
All right, see.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.